Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess. I've just finished doing your daily reading and all your stars, so they're all up there and running if you want to go looking for them. This here is going to be a bit of a twin flame soulmate relationship reading. I like to have a look at where things are up to myself, so I'm quite happy to run with that. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's fine, move on. All my details are below should you need me to do a personal reading for you, or you want to find me on other media channels. Okay, twin flame love relationship reading. Where are we all in our journey? Well, it looks as though we are all in our transformations at the moment, which I quite understand. It feels to me like we've all gone through some pretty tough shit in the last little bit. Oh, poetry. Okay, so transformation, people. We have had so many planets in retrograde. We have had eclipses. We have had energies, and we know that we're reading them in the tarot all the time around addressing cycles, letting go of codependency, working our way towards this not perfect state, because I don't think we're going to be perfect, but a perfect state for us where we can welcome in something new and different, because this is what we're working towards. We don't live every day just to drink, eat and be merry. We're moving towards a more perfect state for us to meet our twin flames, our soulmates, etc. Now, the whole idea and the thinking behind this, or the messages we get from Spirit, is that a twin flame relationship brings us to a point where we can achieve more in that relationship than we can while we're single. So that's what we're on our way to doing. So it seems very relevant that the Death card would come up at this point. And the other thing too is, keep in mind that the Death card does represent Scorpio, so it could be that you are dealing with a Scorpio, or your Scorpio is your twin flame. Very often that can be the case too, because there's the energy of the Scorpio here. But certainly for us, it's a time of going through our changing. And you know what's lovely? Look, it's on the bottom. So we have the Empress on the bottom. So one of my favourite readers has an Empress Club for the twin flame people, and I think that's beautiful that we've got that on the bottom. So that's what we're heading towards. That is our perfect state, is definitely being in our own element. So let's see what's here next. Oh, look, and beautiful. Okay, so the Four of Wands comes up next, and the Four of Wands is a card of stability. It's a card of moving towards something that helps us to feel really stable. Now, in the card, there are a couple and their children. There's also a rabbit. So often rabbits talk about new life. They also talk about lots of energy, sex, all those sort of things. So I guess that's why they're displayed here, as is the dragonfly, because the dragonfly brings us in messages from the other side. This card shows a happy family. It shows a family that's very secure in where they are. This is what we're transforming towards at the moment. Okay, then we have the Five of Cups, and it's in reverse. So I think a lot of us are coming out of that feeling of being disappointed, not having what we want, perhaps being a bit disillusioned on this journey, and quite rightly so. You know, we've been waiting for these, transformations and things to go through for quite some time now, and I know from talking to people and people I read for, waiting for their twin flames to come in or return has been a matter of many years. So, it's not a short journey. We have a lot of learning to do on that journey, and we certainly can't expect to find someone who mirrors us or matches us without putting in the work on ourselves. And of course, that's very or can be very demanding, taking the time out to review who you are, and for some of us going through tearing apart our lives and our experiences to understand why we've been on this journey and why we need to be doing this. But I think it's really important to keep in mind is our other person is doing exactly the same thing at this time. We're all working towards a much truer version of ourselves. We're no longer wearing our masks. We're letting go of our egos, and we're understanding what our truth is in this world and how important it is for us to live in our truth. Okay, and then after that we've got the Four of Cups in reverse. So I feel like, especially seeing this next to the Five of Cups, this is sort of a feeling that you're coming out of rather than being in. And it's sort of like, in the past you may have had offers. It could have been you have had an offer already from the person that you've who is your twin flame, and they may have knocked back the offer in the past, or you may have knocked back in the offer in the past. But it feels like you may get the opportunity for this again very soon, because I feel like this is passing energy with the Five of Cups. It's almost like what we've done in the past now doesn't matter anymore. We're moving towards the future, this security. So we need to understand that it's okay for us now to, make another offer to someone if that's what we need to do. We don't need to hold back because we're no longer living in this energy of the Five of Cups. Oh, even the Seven of Swords has come in upside down, which is really cool. The Queen of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles in the upright. I think that, maybe in the past too, we've dealt with a lot of relationships where we've, had perhaps people coming in who haven't been right for us, people that haven't been truthful and honest and maybe have had some sneaky behaviours. Sometimes I see the Seven of Swords as being a card of running away with our ideas or running away with, the lessons we've learned. And this is coming in upside down. So whether it's a situation where in the past you haven't dealt with people who've been honest with you, then that's moving out too. It's almost like we're moving all these energies out now to welcome in this stability. The Knight of Pentacles sits on the end here, and it could be that you are dealing with someone who's an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Again, the rabbit appears in this card, which, is this new life. The Knight of Pentacles doesn't have a good reputation for coming in quickly, but I think that this energy is right with everything else we're casting off. So it's like we're waiting for this thing to come in. We know it's slow, but we've sort of got to a point in our lives where we're okay with slow. We don't need this to happen quickly because it's giving us the opportunity to turn out what doesn't serve us anymore. It's giving us the opportunity to work on who we are too. So that's really nice. So the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Cups are here. Now the Ten of Cups has come out in reverse. So it is an energy of, it is coming in. It's just not coming in just yet. It's definitely an energy of being held up, but it is on its way to you. The Ace of Cups sits here as well. So to me, for some of you, there may be an offer coming in very shortly. I just feel that perhaps this energy of, this slow energy, this plodding energy is taking its time. But you know what? In the meantime, you're working on what you need to be working on. So do not think the time is wasted. If this means you have to put a bit more energy into sorting through, what sort of shit you have to get rid of in your life, who you have to get rid of, what sort of, shedding you have to do of past energies, this is the time you'll be doing this. And then comes the offer. So for some of you, this offer is just not far away. It's really close. Okay, people, there is a decision to be made around this offer. Okay, so for some of you, it feels like if you're one of those people who's getting a twin flame coming back, or somebody from the past that is your twin flame, I feel like when they come in, you're not sure that you think they are ready for you or not. This decision is upside down at the moment. Now, this can mean either you're not ready to make the decision or the decision's not ready to be made. Whatever it is, you've got a blindfold on here. Just make sure that you're not looking at it with your past eyes. Always make sure when something happens that you're looking at it with fresh eyes. I know that's hard sometimes because we've got baggage, so we go back to the baggage. If you've still got baggage, then maybe you're not ready to move forward at the moment. And maybe it's a matter of being able to say to someone, I'm not ready, and I need to move forward when I'm ready. Because this is showing up as a decision on whether to move on this Ace of Cups or not. And it looks like it's coming from this Knight of Pentacles. So it's been slow coming in. But in saying that, you can't let this past energy hold you back, because what is coming in may be good and true. Okay, so we've got the Tower and the Five of Pentacles coming in as clarifiers. So for me, this decision may result in a bit of a tower moment for you. I feel like perhaps you've been in a place where there's been an energy of dissatisfaction, not having results, like sitting waiting for results to come through that haven't. And this decision now, holding back on this decision and not making it, actually looks like it might bring in a tower for you, or a tower moment. Maybe when this person comes back, there'll be something that's said or done which brings in an epiphany to you. And it may push you to spend some time alone reviewing what it is about what this person said that you need to think about. Because there's a definite air here of being challenged in that situation on whether you want to move forward or not. It's it's very much an energy of review, of sitting back, making sure you've got it right. You don't want to go forward with it, but something, maybe that, that this person coming back doesn't want to accept the fact that you don't want to move forward, and they're, outspoken with what needs to be said, and that sends you into a bit of a spiral. But don't be ashamed to take some time out and have a think about this, because you may not be ready to move forward on this one. For some of you, this is very close indeed. I'll just get a karma card. Don't let anybody push you into making a decision you don't want to make. It won't hurt this person. If they love you enough, they'll move away and have time to think about it. You can't lose someone who loves you. This person loves you enough, they'll follow you to the ends of the earth. Like, this isn't something that somebody's going to say, well, if you're going to take your time with it, I don't want nothing more to do with it. If a person says that, then send them off. Send them going. Send them back on their horse. Because you will need the time to think about whether you're willing to accept this person back. And I feel like it's a soulmate or somebody from the past. There we go. So this is about you creating your own awareness and thinking about what's happening. It's also about you understanding that people can say things, but maybe not all of what they say is true. So people can talk a lot of shit, but maybe it's not real. So if you feel that way, that they're not telling you the truth, or they're stumbling on their words or whatever, you make sure you take the time out to think about, is this what you want? All right, thank you very much for watching.